Have you ever wondered how much money you would need in order to become an AMC millionaire? In this video, we're going to be talking about how this could be possible, how much money you would have had to invest in AMC in its original run-up to make a lot of money, and a variety of other factors concerning, of course, AMC. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. Check out our WeBull link if you guys want to pick up some free stocks with WeBull, and check out our Patreon link if you guys want to get access to our private Discord where we talk about our personal stock picks, crypto, or anything having to do with money, and it's the easiest way to get to us on a personal level. So if that sounds interesting, check out the links in the description below. But other than that, guys, let's get right into this video. Alrighty guys, here we are with AMC, and the whole title of this video, the whole point of this video is how much money, or how can you go about becoming an AMC millionaire, or how could you have done that as well in the past? We're gonna go over that a little bit today, but just first off, we're going to get a little bit of a recap going here on AMC, because a lot of you guys who might not be following this stock, I'm sure if you're watching this channel or watching this video, you probably are, but just to get an overall recap and talk about what's happening, because as you can see here, the market is currently open. We are currently sitting on June 16th is the day, and we're about intraday here. You know, the market session is currently going. So let's just take a look at some things that are going on. We'll take a look at the overall Google Finance kind of graph that they have, just because I think it's a little bit easier to look at and a little bit more simplified. And then we'll get into the think or swim charts to get a little bit more in depth. So currently sitting at about $52.91. This of course is probably going to change as I'm speaking because, well, the market is open. AMC down about $6.09 today, about a 10.32% drop from yesterday's highs, which we'll go into a little bit here in just a little bit. But overall AMC unfortunately is down today, and pretty much a vast majority of the market is kind of fluctuating, kind of going from green to red. Not really sure what, you know, it doesn't really want to make up its mind. But this is interesting. This is something obviously to take account. And if we just look overall, we can see here open 56 was about where it opened at, about the $56 range, and the low of today was about $51.86. And that's pretty much the Google Finance stuff. Now, I just wanted to go into think or swim real quick here so we can get a more in-depth look at the chart. Now guys, the whole point of this video, obviously, if you want to become an AMC millionaire, right, you would have had to get in down here. You would have had to get in, in these kind of price levels. And there's a lot of you, and myself included sometimes, after I do certain research or I'll look at a certain fundamental aspect of the company or a certain catalyst that's coming up, and it honestly doesn't seem too far-fetched that AMC could go a lot higher. So, this isn't me saying that you have to buy in at these levels to become a millionaire. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying though is that pretty much people who are buying at these very low prices, back when AMC was $12 and even lower, because even further back, AMC was trading around the $5 to $6 to $7 level at one point. That is probably around the levels that you would have to buy at to really get those crazy margins as far as gains go at this 77.30 cent high, or all-time high basically, that we've seen. This was the highest it's gone since, and unfortunately now we've been trading in kind of a sideways consolidation pattern. If you do look though, there could be a possible cup and handle forming, a cup and handle pattern that may be forming on this is the 20-day 1 hour chart. That is something to keep in mind. RSI is heavily oversold. We're sitting at about the 36 level, which is of course super close to the 30 level, which is a confirmation of being oversold level, of course. And we see the MACD here, the blue line well below the brown line. So really we could be in for a little bit more of a downward trend, but that does not mean that that's going to stay that way for long. And of course, to keep in mind, this is the 20-day 1 hour chart. If you look at other charts, these metrics obviously change. Let's zoom in a little bit more here just on the intraday day here. This is obviously pre-market. Pre-market, as you can see here, this is where we saw the massive sell-off into about market open, and once again, major sell-offs once again, and now we're kind of trading in a sideways pattern. So, leaving the future aside, because I want to talk about the future of AMC in a later video, we all know, of course, that we want the price to go up. We all know that, people who are holding this stock are looking forward to any positive news that can hopefully shift this stock in a positive direction. And a lot of people, of course, have many reasons why they're invested in this stock and why they think it can go higher. But what I want to talk about today is this article that I found that I think is really interesting. And it's how much $10,000 invested this year in AMC stock is worth. Now the article starts off, not many stocks will score you a 2,494% gain in little over or just over 6 months. Yet that is the power of AMC stock. Now, just a $10,000 investment in this struggling movie theater chain would be worth about $259,432, which is absolutely insane. And as you can imagine, the more money that you got in on AMC, if you got in at the lowest possible buy-in point, obviously that number increases dramatically. I'm sure if you put $100,000 into AMC at $12 and it increased to where it did, it's probably hovering somewhere around the $900 to even $1 million level as far as gains go, which is absolutely insane to think about. And even crazier to think about is that there are likely a lot of investors who did have that much money in AMC at one point, or still probably do, and who knows if they took profits. Some of them may have, some of them might not have. It's not really something that's well known to a lot of people, and a lot of people obviously feel very strongly about people who have sold. Paper hands, I think, is probably the best way to describe them as far as what people are saying about them. But this overall, this article just kind of goes into how crazy it is, where the money you could have put into AMC and what it could have turned into is just absolutely mind-boggling. Now, what most of you probably want to know, and of course myself included, because this is something that I'm interested in as well, is how can I get in at a good level on AMC and potentially benefit from a future huge rise in price? Well, we're gonna go to the 180-day chart, because the 180-day chart, in my mind, if you're looking at these long-term swing positions, which I think most of these meme stocks kind of are, they're not really long-term investments, I would say. They're more of kind of swing trades or day trades. More people, of course, day trading than swing trading. But if we take a look here, let's just look at the overall technicals and kind of see what we can figure out. RSI is about in the middle of the range, right? We're sitting between 70 and 30 levels, so not overbought, not oversold. RSI kind of in the middle. So what that means is that the stock is not relatively cheap, but it's not relatively expensive. So if I were trying to get in at the perfect level of AMC right now, I am probably going to wait for RSI to drop a little lower. Now, of course, this is not me telling you guys to invest or how to invest. This is my own investment strategy for my own personal risk tolerance. This is how I personally would invest. This is not me telling you guys how you should do anything. Please keep that in mind. Now, so in my mind, I'd probably wait for the RSI to dip a little bit lower, probably around the about 43 to even 40 level, even if it's possible down to the 30 level. But as you can see on the 180-day chart, that has not really happened in quite some time since this crazy run-up we've seen over the past about month. And that it could be possible that it doesn't reach back down there, for a while, that it doesn't become heavily oversold for quite some time. But all I know is that if I want to get a good average on the stock, I'm definitely going to want to buy low. So next, the MACD. As you can see here, the blue line has been over the brown line for quite some time, meaning that there is a positive direction or a positive trend in the overall stock, and it has dipped below the brown line here relatively significantly here. Let's see if we can zoom in. Here we go. It has dipped below the brown line here. If it goes back above, well, it very possibly could. But as you can see here, this is the first time it's dipped below in quite some time, meaning that there may be a possible negative shift in trend or demand for this stock. That's not guaranteed, but that is what the technicals seem to be pointing us to. Now, let's zoom out just a little bit one more time, just to kind of wrap everything up. AMC, in my mind, is a lottery play. This is a play that, in my mind, I am not going to put money in that I'm not willing to lose. Therefore, meaning that if I have a couple of $100 laying around that I literally am not doing anything with, and it's not actively invested in anything else, or it's just something that I want to kind of risk and do it kind of as a bet, I'll probably put it into AMC. But I might wait for a few lower levels, considering the fact that we did just run up to the 60 level, and this is what looks to be just the start of kind of a pullback from that lower high that we made after the recent all-time high. Whether or not it could go higher, well, I mean, you could argue that this is forming kind of a bull flag and we could go higher, but there needs to be a more established support around the 60 to 50 level. And right now, as long as we continue to trade sideways at that level, I'd feel more confident at starting up a position in that level. But again, AMC is, for the most part, a waiting game right now. And again, to become a millionaire in AMC, you really have to put quite a bit of money into it. Obviously, you have to have a large position size to begin with, and that takes a lot of risk, of course. But as anything in the stock market goes, everything is risky. Everything has risk involved, especially these types of stocks. So please be careful out there, guys. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to invest in anything. This video is just kind of a hypothetical one, just kind of discussing the possibilities. And hopefully you guys found it useful, and hopefully you found some value. I hope I have earned your thumbs up today, guys. But other than that, that's pretty much it for AMC. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. Check out our WeBull link if you guys want to pick up some free stocks with WeBull, and check out our Patreon link if you guys want to get access to our private Discord. But other than that, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.